Lampkin Morning Show, 56th episode. God, it's so good, man. Shout out to Michael Bradford. I might just put this dude on payroll, man, and just make sure you do all our theme song music, man. That's what's up. Oh, speaking of Kaching, man, I gotta talk to you, man. We missing out on money, man.
Let's do it.
We got a sponsor, man. You ain't sent me the stuff.
Oh.
Look at him.
Oh, no.
Now listen, that two don't miss no money, so he missing this one.
Here we go. I ain't missing this one. As of now.
Ka-ching. And then they, money. It's time to cash out. It's the season of cashing out. Yep. I want you to hashtag cashing out in 18. That's what we gonna do. We're going to the bank more so than we're gonna make more deposit than withdrawals. It's called being stewardship. Save your money this year. If you have spent all your money last year and the year before last, start saving your money. I promise you're going to feel good. I ain't going to tell you. Never mind. You won't rob me in this season. But, man, I'm doing good, like really saving my money. Like, if I don't have to touch it, I don't. So I'm really trying to be a better person, and just modify stuff that you don't need, you know what I'm saying? So you got enough suits. Now ties, I love ties. I get them off eBay. So them Verse 9 ties,
So you actually put
they going for the low.
Tie? Huh? You type pink tie in eBay and it comes up. Huh?
I had that already. That's for work. So, but hey man, I got a couple of pink and black ties. Hey, they fire, man. So I give you some. But if you start wearing ties, I wear
them every now and then. If my church stop making me be the plumber. They pass up 100 brothers to come get me off the Oregon. They say the toilet stopped up.
Ooh, that's funny.
So I stopped wearing suits.
I can see the brother. Hey man, you gotta go flush the toilet. Wow, that's crazy.
Every week is something. Get in the ceiling. Get in the toilet.
Dude, man, that's when you're a PK, you do it all. I'm telling you, every single thing. Speaking of that, they got a Instagram out, or like it's called PK Culture. You heard of that? Man, it's like it's a page for all PK kids. And they just kind of share their experiences and testimonies. Nah, man, they kick him off everything now. Shoot, he can't keep radio shows. So I guess that's
the views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of Me Too Music.
That ain't me, dog.
I'm not gonna be petty. I'm on consecration. I can't do that.
That ain't me, dog.
Nah. So that's speaking of Henry Hernandez. Henry, I messed this man's name up.
You tend to dig ditches, so just go on. Let's talk about somebody else.
Yeah, no.
You always try to make things better.
We're not talking about nobody.
And make it worse.
But no, that was that though. So I joined up because I think that's a good movement. Because people don't realize what PK kids go through, especially when you little and people talk to your parents kind of crazy, and you say, when I grow up, I'm knocking them out. Like
right.
It's like you've been in jail. You got to picture all the people you're gonna get when you get out. That was me. So and then I just haven't become pastor. So I'm like, yeah.
I think what was one of your biggest struggles though as a pastor son? Was that it?
Yeah, man. Really? You couldn't say nothing. In a sense, you know what I'm saying?
I never had that problem because my father, he don't let nobody talk crazy.
No,
my mother, on the other hand, I think people took her quietness for weakness. So
yeah.
You hear people say stuff. So that
now my parents handled it, but it was just a fact of when I get older, I'm a man, I'm gonna give y'all a full Nelson slam, real talk. So
I think my hardest thing was, splitting and dividing, having to share my father with everybody else.
That's another one. Yeah, man.
Because of course people want their pastor to come see their son get this award, or their son in jail, or their son tripping at school. The pastor got to go. And to be honest with you, man, I could probably think of 1 or 2 times in my life when my pastor, my old man, had to come to my school to, get me out of trouble. Most of the time it was my mother.
Wow.
Because he didn't have time,
Yeah, that's why I think it's a good thing, because they got to realize to make it through all of that and the sacrifice time that, we understand now because, sometimes we in it, but we just make sure that, and I know make sure that when my time comes, this is like, I'm going to make sure all this is in place. Like, I can't do that. You got a lot of new pastors now, like old and new, they're letting somebody else go like, nah, my kid got basketball. I'm going to them because, hey, it don't make no sense to go around the country save your son and mine in trouble or my daughter in trouble. Why? Because then I mess up one time and y'all forget all of it. I told my church that one time, like, hey, let's, what was I saying? I said something positive, and I said, now, if I turned around, I said you all spread the word, because I'm trying to change the culture of our church, and I'm just another transparent moment. We just jump right in talking. It ain't nothing but me and two. I ain't got no co-hosts. We ain't got no guests. Two ran everybody away. Taking keys and stuff, so ain't nobody come in no more. He got a duct tape.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of Me Too Music.
Actually, they are the views. Just out of habit, I played that. But, those are the views of Me Too Music.
So, I said we want to change the culture because I don't like that most people, and I can't change it because that's who we are, and I'm cool with that. But at the same time, that's not all that consists of us. When they think about our church, think about Bump City and blah, blah, blah. I get it. All right, we have a lot of church. We may do a lot of dancing and shouting, but stay long enough to realize that the word of God is what's most important to me.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
It's this water, man.
Oh, but I got it.
I'm sorry.
I feel like that. I guess that's what I get from mocking this guy. I was at a funeral, and man, he was trying to read the Bible. Told the man shall put on in. No, what I say too. He did it for like 4 or 5 minutes, man. In more reality. I said, nah, G. Dude, he could not. Man, that man preached so long, man, and he couldn't hoop. So his hand was like the organ player. 'Cause I guess the other guy was playing some jazz juke music. So I don't know. He said, God, remember that? That's all you heard with that. And even that, then he stopped. Yeah, and I'm thinking he finna call for the morticians. He got happy again. And I said, God, dog, man, come on. So, but it was, it is what it is. But then it was more round. I said,
Ready? Yeah, I'm ready. But I got it.
So I told my church, I need everybody to come together so that we can boost the fact that there is a word. You know what I'm saying? I study, I preach, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind the praise and worship because all of that goes to God. None of that is for me. So when God is in the house, I let it go. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says, let the people praise him, because you never know. There's a difference between a praise break and a move of God. And I think I should say that too, because when a move of God comes in, you see more than just people jumping. You see people crying. You see people, touching and agreeing, praying, hands being laid on. And that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? And so more so than I'm just trying to get them to move and say, hey, come for the word. Trying to change the culture of our church. No, I told them, stop saying that. Stop saying this is Bump City. Stop saying, come over here and shout. Stop doing that this year. Stop it. I said, now, if I got 3 girls pregnant, y'all would run and tell that. Like plain and simple.
Absolutely.
If I messed up right now, you ain't seen that go viral. You ain't seen that go viral. But preaching, I want y'all to make that go viral. The singing is fine. I get it because that's what I do. And I try not to do a lot of it. But, man, it's just, because I don't want y'all to get hung up on that. You know what I'm saying? I want you to get focused on that. When I'm here, this pastor, this means I have the preaching hat on. I have the impartation hat on. None of that other stuff don't matter. Y'all can sing later. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, and that's what I'm trying to do, just change the culture of it, because I think that'll be better, and that's just that. So, yeah, man, it's one of those things. How are
they taking to it though? How is their response as a church?
I don't care. No, just no. They got it. They got it. No, they got it. And so I'm talking to him, talking to my staff, and we're trying to just we're going to work on some things to get that more around, because the audience is changing, and I have people now who doesn't mind having both.
So you do see the change.
I do see the word of the Lord, and they stayed, and God bless. So I was like, yeah, okay, I get it. So the audience is changing. You got people now that are coming to hear a word from God, you know what I'm saying? Not just all the other foolishness. So, and I appreciate that. And so lately I've been having a group of people that's been coming and staying for the whole shebang, you know what I'm saying? So that's just that.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. And I just want them to know that it's a full balance. You can't, just like we was talking about earlier, you just can't. Okay, the dessert is good, but man, you got to get all of it. You need a balanced course meal. That's what we need. So, yeah. All right. Let's get a song here, I guess. My co-host is gone. Amber is rubbing somebody. She's in one of her businesses. Rub ya. Oh, yeah. Now, tonight, we'll be at New Life Center. Is that the name? Yeah, New Life International Church of God in Christ. Bishop Elijah H. Hankerson, 8500 Horsfrey Road.
Life Center or New Life?
What did I say? New Life?
Yeah.
I felt like I was messing it up. It's Life Center. Lord have mercy. Lord Jesus. Life Center International Church of God in Christ. Bishop Elijah Hanks. I just changed this man's church name. 8500 Horsfrey Road. They are doing their leadership conference. Bishop Lambert Gates will be here with us at 7 o'clock. So join us tonight. All right, get there on time, and bring your security guard. So pay somebody to watch your car for about an hour or two. I'm telling you.
That's bad.
No, I'm just playing. No. They got two good security guards now. I ain't even gonna lie. They got two good security guards. So you'll be fine. But I'm telling you, Lambert Gates is gonna bless the house. So come out and receive a word from the Lord. This is a song called "I'm Looking Up to Jesus." This is Sean Tillery and Change. Stay with us, Mike Lampkin Morning Show, 56th episode. Chat with us live.
Oh yeah.
Situation.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Look it up. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's Chantilly and Change.
Chantilly and Change.
We're here, just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
Right. Dude took my song.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of Me Too
I
Music.
didn't mean that.
That's hilarious.
Don't get down like that, Doc.
Oh man, I love this song. Shout out to Chrissy. Hold on tight. It's available.
Available now at MeTooMusic.com /
And MichaelLampkin.com. I'm taking all donations. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we'll be like the rest of them. You pay for the product, never receive it. That sound like nah, never mind. Whatever. So anyway, we're back. When we come back from commercial, we're gonna have our What Is That moment. I promise you do not want to miss this. So hold on tight. I promise you're gonna laugh. Michael Lampkin.
Are you a church, or do you know of a church that is renting space for your worship services at a hotel, conference center, or school?
We laughing at me. I
If
hit the wrong
so,
button, y'all.
why not
I'm sorry.
consider Me Too Music City? Here at Me Too
Let's
Music
start
City, we
let's
have
do
a
that one more
theater.
time.
Michael Lampkin Morning Show.
There we go.
Are you a church, or do you know of a church that is renting space for your worship services at a hotel, conference center, or school? If so, why not consider Me Too Music City? Here at Me Too Music City, we have a theater that seats roughly about 300 people, set up right now to seat about 250 or so, and it is fully equipped with sound, lights, musical instruments, and video. We have 3-hour rental blocks available on both Saturdays and Sundays. So for more information, please visit metoomusic.com / the city. That's metoomusic.com / the city to get all of the information about pricing, contracts, everything like that. So please consider us. That way you don't have to carry equipment every week after week to these different places. Just come here. Everything is already set up and waiting for you.
It's Christina Bell, and you're listening to the Mike Lampkin Show.
It's the Mike Lampkin Morning Show. Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
That's one thing I do not miss is carrying equipment. Man, that was the worst thing ever. My father started a church. I'm like, man, we had to break, set
so
up,
y'all used to do that?
break down. Yep.
I never knew that.
Yep. Set up, break down, set up, break down. Man, that was. But I mean, I guess as a kid, you're so happy to play, you don't really dawn on you until you had a church and you had to set and break down for community choir. Now I feel like a quartet.
We used to do it too, though. But we had a church. But we were in the neighborhood where they broke in every week. So we literally had to take every microphone, speaker, everything out every Sunday after church, lock it up in the room in the church. And then every Sunday morning, we had to show up early and unpack, hook everything back up, keyboards all.
That's my thank God Rhema is at Shalom, because listen, I got tired of Saturday. Shout out to Herb Cardwell, because man, he got a wife and a whole family.
Right.
So his whole Saturday was gone setting up, and they still stole our mics.
And then I heard they only stole the mics, but they left the receivers.
Ain't that dumb?
You can't use them.
You cannot use them. And that was so stupid. Yeah, they took all them vocal pros. Yeah. And I'm like, where y'all going with them? Where y'all going?
Can't use them.
Left one mic.
That's somebody who didn't know any better.
They took a Sennheiser too. So we got. So, but I thank God. So we ain't got to keep setting up, breaking down, man. That was sheesh. I'm talking about that's there.
And it's hard on the equipment. You pay more money in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one thing I don't miss. So thank God. So get over to Me Too Music City. When I tell you they got everything, they got everything. I'm talking about they got everything.
We got toilet tissue, napkins.
Right. They got a prayer room. They have a hotel room. They have a place for people who don't pay tithes. Go in there and spank them and cut their toes off.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of Me Too Music.
The toes part, we cut your toes off, but I don't spank.
It's called
spank no grown people. I don't know what you on today.
You'll be cursed with a curse. That's the name of the room. CC. Oh man! All right, let's get to this. What is that moment?
What is that?
Now, this may sound like the church you belong to.
This is one of the best ones you ever picked.
Dude, I could not get it together. I was like, what is going on? I'm telling you, if you come to church on Sunday morning, you hear this, throw that whole membership away. Just throw it away. God's got something better.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of Me Too Music.
Here you go. Oh, God. Bless your people, Lord. Oh. You trying to play the... No. Oh. Jesus. They having a whole conversation. He gonna play the key he want to play it. I'm telling you, that's hilarious. I want to have them to come and Two gonna produce them.
Man,
cut him a record.
I produce worse.
Who?
They in St. Louis, but yeah.
Man, they sound. Shut up, Mike. Anyway. Woo! Man,
the views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of Me Too Music.
On? Why can't y'all get this together? Please, y'all. Let's bring rehearsals back. Let's just bring rehearsals back. Bring rehearsals back. I need y'all to hashtag bring rehearsals back, because
I think with all these praise teams, because truthfully speaking, a lot of these songs are starting to become traditional praise team songs. All of a sudden, you got your certain ones you can just get up there and sing without rehearsing. I Got It Greater. Your what's some other ones? Whatever the other ones are. Now the anthem, and they're starting to become almost traditional.
How many anthems we got? Everybody say the anthem, like I'm trying to figure out which one. Because when they say anthem, I think about praise him with the temple and that. Right. Ain't that the anthem?
No, that
too?
was the doxology, I think. Right.
I just think about that. Yeah, it's probably it. I just think about that.
Everything that praise.
But I love that song. I may teach that too. Yeah, that's a good cut right there. That's a good song. But yeah, bring rehearsals back. Nobody is exempt from rehearsal, not even me. So, and nobody's exempt from rehearsal. So, I felt the arrogant moment coming. So I
was looking for this. I got my finger ready.
Father, when I get all the applause.
Look at it. Ready to cut me down. Nah. Man, you know what? Working at this mortuary, I sat down yesterday. I said, man, I'm just tired of going to funerals like every day. Jesus.
It'll do something to you.
Dude, man, like I'm so grateful to be alive too. Like every time I drive through a cemetery, I'm like, thank you, Lord, I'm just driving through. Like for real. And you see those people hurting and crying, even though, man, I've gotten tickled at some of the stories that people say.
I'm not gonna lie.
Just coming from Jefferson Barracks, the dude said, so what they gonna do with the body? I just looked at him. Then his family said they gonna bury him. He's like, no, I heard they wash out the casket and resell them.
Not Jefferson Barracks.
Right. That's why I just cut my music up and kept driving. I'm like, nah, I'm finna stay out there. Because he was talking to me. I'm like, I'm not finna answer that.
Why does a government-owned cemetery have to resell caskets?
Right, I'm like, dude, this is a respectable place. Now, if any other cemetery do it, this definitely ain't the one. Then this other girl talks about, that's why I stay married to my husband so I can get buried out here. I was like, yeah, let me cut this music up. Like, the stuff people say, man, I was like, what are you thinking about? So yeah, it's definitely a wake up call to be like, man, just shh, you know. I mean, I don't mind, It's just, dude, it's almost if you ain't got a strong mentality. Yeah, that wouldn't be a place for you to work, because man, that you got to really have mind over matter, because that can almost be like depressing. So every day you putting somebody down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally.
Absolutely.
Oh man, but no, that's cool. But I thank God for it, consistent. When I get my checks, What I don't drive to is the cemetery. You're not about shy. I go right on to my good old bank. Praise God. Glory be to God. So, and I hate when people say, well, how's business? Don't ask me that. Because it's like, I'll never forget one time when it was Yvette. It was at your father's funeral home. And she said, Mike, before you go, can you just pray for the business and stuff? And so I'm praying. No. I get on the highway. Some said, "Fool, you realize you just
people to die."
Dude, I felt so convicted. My spirit driving home, I felt so bad. I'm like, nah. I'm like, don't ever ask me to pray no more. Like, I mean, I know it happens,
right.
But seriously, you don't realize how many people are dropping dead or are making transition until you see those pending. You know what I'm saying? Thing like, Jesus Christ. Getting up out of here, man. So I'm gonna tell you, you ain't got the luxury of being mad at nobody. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know you're human. We get angry, we get upset, but sin not. Okay, get yourself together, put yourself back on the right road. Cause man, just value your life. That's all I can say. Cause if not, you may see me. well, you won't.
Right?
Cause listen,
you'll see them.
Right? Cause man, I'm telling you, if any of them bodies get up, that's my last day. I'm telling you. Yeesh. So yeah, I'm telling you, that's the end of that. I'm telling you, man.
You talking about stories, boy. And you know, I was the body pickup. I was the body removal guy for my old man.
They tried to get me to do that last time. Man, go pick I said, oh, no. What I'm going to pick up is this casket coming out of this. I ain't picking up no
I think
body.
one of my most memorable ones was when I got a call probably about 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, no.
To go. As a matter of fact, this was when we were on State Street still. I had to come to Cahokia.
Oh,
didn't recognize the address or anything, but to pull up and go inside and see it's one of your church members that you taking out the bed.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. I had no clue. It's like,
Yeah, I think, yeah. I say I like my pay grade right now. I don't need no extra money on that. Then people, everybody there, every time I hear them, they say, man, is everybody there? Mm-mm. Nah, I'm good. Nah.
And the worst pickups are when you got to pick up from hospital of like if it's a murder or a crash, you know, something unexpected.
Dang.
Man, people be gathered outside and they watch you. They standing over while you pulling out and they screaming. And it's pretty rough.
That's why I say you gotta have a really good, strong mentality for that. Because if not, you gotta have some good mental health. Because if not, that thing will tear you down.
Man, that's why I went in the music business. I left all of that. But what's crazy is, in the music business, it feels like I have to be stronger in music than I would. Yeah. I feel like sometimes I can go back to picking up dead people because of all the hate that you get daily. No matter what you do, because what you do is put out there to be judged and everybody's opinion to be heaped up on what you do daily. And that's tough, man. I don't think people get that.
Dude, I saw like, on that manifest thing that I guess, man, it got a lot of hits on it. Somebody made a
comment.
Yep, a negative comment. I just looked at it and laughed. I was like, that's funny. I'm like, if you understood why the carpet is like that, like we sling all in our church. We believe in all. All right, so but it's like always somebody's gonna always say something negative, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't even focus on that. So I get it, man.
Which I had to learn. This is crazy. Most people don't understand when I say this. I had to learn how not to really pay attention to the positive either. Because if I'm listening for the positive, then I'm gonna have to hear the negative too.
It's true.
So man, I just do what I do and presented it and offered it unto the Lord, man. And hopefully that he, you know, hopeful that he's man, I'm like you today.
Ready?
It's got water, Doc.
It took a while, but I got it.
Morality. I'm like, nah, man. So yeah, that's that. Yeah. Let's move to our second song, Patrick Riddick. What was I to say?
Clap your hands.
Yeah, clap your hands. This is Lloyd Black.
He look like Joey Oscar on the CD cover. You ever notice that? He look just like Joey Oscar.
He do. Now, if we can get him to get off the drum like Joey, you know, when Joey don't want to stop playing, he get happy and like he had a spirit and won't get off the drum. He used to do that bad in the 90s. He said, Joey, get up! No, just playing. Clap your hands, everybody.
Dance with me. Come on. Hey. Yeah. And shout. Sing your praise, we come to celebrate Jesus. You gotta shout. And this is how we're gonna do it for the Lord Most High. Yes. rejoice, yeah. Hey, every mouth goes higher. Ooh. I want you to think about it. Lift your voice, yeah. Ooh, let's rejoice, oh. Here we go, take me out. Come on, put your foot on it. Out. I see you back there. Lift your voice. Let's rejoice, yeah. We gotta get out of here. Shout unto God. Come on, everybody, all over the building. Come on, let me hear you put your praise in the air like this. Oh, come on, here.
Oh, yes. I want those y'all that's driving. Clap your hands. There it is right there. Clap your hands if you're driving.
Clap your hands if you drive.
If you're driving.
I'm so slow.
Clap your hands. Hey. Yeah. I feel God right there. Lift your hands while you're driving. The Lord said you're getting ready to run into something.
Oh, my goodness.
Lift your hands.
Man. I wasn't even listening.
We would have our minutes of Vinny with Amber, but she's not here. So speaking of that, let me just take this minute and we're going to roll on. Don't forget, we're starting a new segment on the Mike Lampkin Morning Show. It's called Amber Alerts, where you send in your questions about, I guess, relationships. What is it, too? Relationships.
Relationships, just life questions.
Life questions or a story, you know what I'm saying,
Ask us a question. You want
that
us
we
to
can pull apart and throw you up under the bus. Send all of that. Amber Alert, send it to me2music@yahoo.com.
Amber Alerts, that's one of them, the views not expressed. That's a Pastor Mike Lampkin thing.
What?
I just want y'all to know I disagree.
Disagree with what?
Amber Alerts.
You want to change the name?
Don't that seem almost disrespectful for why they named the name Amber Alerts? It was a little girl who came up missing, and I hate to be tied to that forever for life. Because think about it, every time we hashtag on Facebook Amber Alerts, our tags gonna always be with missing children.
Oh. Yeah, we may need to change that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Just because of the foundation of it. Yeah, we'll change it. We'll call it Alert Amber.
Now that works. That works for me.
That didn't take.
I'm telling the story.
That was so dumb. Right? That was the dumbest thing ever.
I lied a month before Good Friday.
We'll figure out something. Amber Notes or something, whatever. Or talk with Amber.
Ask Amber, talk with Amber.
Ask Amber. AA. That ain't good either. Have an AA meeting. Maybe we should do rub your letters. Let me see. Rub your. Chat with us live. It's Friday morning. And we are here, and we love God, and we appreciate God. Tell us how your day is going. We love all of you all, to all of our faithful listeners. It's because of you that we are still here, all right? And so we thank you so much. So, yeah, we'll figure out something. But right now, for a limited time only, just still do Amber Alerts
limited time
so that
only.
we can know.
So we don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's all. And we're going to change the name because we don't want to make sure. Yeah, that's all. So, for that, we got any let's get our calendar out the way. Got any in the nose?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we'll get those once we come back from our commercial.
Say it one more time so I get ready.
Oh, okay. Ready. When we come back from commercial, we'll have our In the Know. Stay with us, Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
Are you into recording, mixing, mastering, tracking, editing? Are you looking to enhance your overall production knowledge? If so, we have what you need. Me Too Music presents the Recording Boot Camp, hosted by myself, Levi Tukin. Witness an entire recording, tracking, mixing, mastering, editing process in this 2-day camp on Friday, February the 23rd at 6 p.m. and Saturday morning, February the 24th at 10 a.m. It will all take place right here at Me Too Music City, 1515 Jerome Lane in Cahokia, Illinois, 62206. Registration is $75 for the 2-day camp, and food will be provided both days. To register, please visit me2music.com/camp. That's METOOmusic.com/camp. Camp or call 618-215-6308. Be sure to be a part of this 2-day masterclass boot camp where we'll be giving away all of our secrets and tricks of the trade. So please be sure to join us. Hope to see you there.
What's up, y'all? It's Daphne Rice Bruce, and you are listening to the Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
It's the Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
Morning show. I love this show.
Morning show. And we're back. Man, boy, I tell you, God is good. Let's get the In the Know going.
It's time for In the Know on the Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
It's on me.
I don't know what's going on.
I thought you had some. I thought that's how you look down.
No.
Absolutely. Everybody knows that the Me Too Music Media and Performing Arts School is now accepting enrollment for our winter session. We got 10 weeks left. We had about 8 weeks left in this session. Okay. So that's still enough time for y'all to come on in, sign up for guitar, sign up for bass, drums, piano, vocal lessons, and media, graphic design, all of that.
Who do the vocal lessons?
You got Ray Tina, you got Amy Connor.
Oh, those are horrible people.
Yeah, they are horrible.
Y'all should have asked me. Like, I'm telling you. Hey, man, I'm it.
They on road. You said I'm it.
Father, when I get all the applause.
No, Ray Tina and Amy is excellent. They really are.
So sign up now at metoomusic.com/school. That's metoomusic.com/school, or call 618-215-6308.
Amy, I need a robe. I'm sorry, Amy. I need a good like urban robe so I can wear it and be real fleshy and airy and vanity.
Somebody tag Amy. Let her know.
Amy Connor. Mike Lampkin needs a good old robe. I'm telling you, I need a good one, like real fancy.
Connor Creation robe. I never thought of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll be your first person. So give me a robe, Amber. I need a good old preaching robe.
Which is crazy because those of you all out here doing concerts and events and y'all, because I think it was Shades, and Shades had to go out and buy all of that stuff, and I was like, man, why did they not use Amy?
That's St. Louis. We got it. Well, I get it, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time, if you see somebody coming up, I think that's what we need to do. The Chinese people, man, they got this thing down to us. Is it Chinese people?
I don't know. Is that politically correct? Somebody let us know before we get shut down. I think that might be the Chinese people, black people.
Let's
Asian,
just say
the Asians.
The Creed, what's that on Olive?
Creed Core area?
Nah, just Olive period, like a Chinatown.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because man, could you start seeing all that stuff is like, I don't want to say Chinese, but you know what I'm saying? Is their culture, and their culture has got almost like 4 or 5 blocks. And what they do is they invest into one another before the dollar ever leaves their community. We have to do the same thing. And I think that's what we should do. Start investing. You see somebody coming up, push them. Yep. Because once they up there, and you can be satisfied in the fact of knowing I helped them. You know what I'm saying? Not somebody helped them get there, but I sowed a seed because I believed in them. And so we believe in Amy. So Amy, yeah.
He wants a robe, Amy.
I want a robe. All God's children got a robe. Oh, yes. All right, I'm sorry.
Y'all be sure to join us on tomorrow. We cordially invite and welcome you to join us for the birthday celebration honoring Pastor Ralph Petty. Tomorrow, January 27, 2018 at 6 p.m. City of Refuge Christian Church, 1208 North Sarah, St. Louis, Missouri. Come help us celebrate the man.
Blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares.
Well, you know I say blah, blah, blah about Jesse. Anything Jesse on, that's my new saying. Blah, blah, blah. Holy Nation Christian Church, you're invited to on this Sunday, January the 28th at 3 p.m. They're having their new location celebration. They've gone into their new...
Who is this?
Holy Nation, Pastor Kerry Douglas.
Yeah! Kerry, you still ain't put up my projector, man. I'm not coming, dude.
Wow.
There's something wrong with you.
Well, no, I heard you say wait. I'm not going to say why I heard you say wait on the air. But I'll tell
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's the thing about preachers. They forget what they say.
Not all the time, but yeah, no, you're right on this one, though.
So
you're right, Doc.
Sunday, January 28, 2018 at 3 p.m., 1339 North 17th Street in Swansea, Illinois.
That's good.
Technically, it's Belleville, for real. It's up the street from the Hardee's in Belleville and Stakeout right there on 17th Street.
Go to Hardee's?
Well, they took away the turkey burger, so I stopped going. I don't eat turkey no more anyway.
Okay.
Birthday celebration musical honoring Jermel Rayner Sr. Sunday, January 28th, also 2018. This is at 5 p.m. and it's featuring Georgia Mime Haynes, Angie and Restored, For Real, blah, blah, blah. Jesse Prather committed to Christ.
blah, 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 blah,
every
blah,
flyer. I'm just playing Committed to Christ. That's the Jesse. Andre and Company, and of course Jamel Rayner and Prosperity. Great. It's going to be at Greater Rising Star Missionary Baptist Church, 1819 Prairie Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri 63113. When all God's children get together, this is presented, I think, by Dwayne Hamill
what a fight.
and Tyrone.
What a fight there will be.
It's going to be taking place Sunday, February 18, 2018 at the River's Edge, 3429 Camp Jackson Road in Cahokia, Illinois. That's right around the corner. That's Mitchell Ford's father's other facility there. I forget what they call it. 2 locations. Yeah, I forget what they call it.
How arrogant.
They just got it a little while ago.
They got another one outside the gym?
No, it's at the gym place, at the school.
Okay. Hey, that looks really nice. I haven't seen it yet, but the video that I saw is really nice.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Bond Avenue.
Absolutely.
Man, I love them.
Absolutely. This is going to be with Pastor Terrell Rogers and Men of Destiny, sent by God, host Daryl Luster and Sean Johnson. Also, praise and worship is by blah, 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 blah. Jesse Prather. Also, Deacon Sean Brown and the boys, Voices of Faith, my Auntie Jewel and Converted, Angie and Restored, Holly Grove, Jamel Rayner and Prosperity, and the New Gospel Airs. $10 in advance, $12 at the door. Children 11 under are free. First 20 people to buy tickets can bring a friend for free. So buy one, get one free. I wonder if that's over. All of God Ministry, God or Nothing, presents Next Level Leadership Conference, February 18th through the 24th, Purpose Driven Ministries, free registration. Pastor Corma Henderson, from Restoration Temple, Archbishop Michael A. West from St. Michael's Temple, Apostle, I believe it's Cartricia Jones, Kingdom Takers International Ministry, Tupelo, Mississippi, and this is all being hosted by Apostle Ariette Murray,
Williams Jefferson. Dr. King do it all the time. So, and I only did that because, man, she got tough skin, so
she does.
She know we joking.
Let's go to the next level in Jesus. That's all taking place at
What's
All
that
of God.
What's that Willie Brown next play?
No, this was the same fly.
Okay, I'm saying, here we go.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily.
Wow, you know what? It's the longest we've never had a fly from him. Pastor Brown slowed down a little bit from that.
Is he okay?
I might check on him.
Yeah,
That just made me think
because
about that.
I'm going to say close is not close enough, part 2. We waiting on that.
I got to check on my boy. That's my brother right there.
Yeah, good guy. Great guy.
Me Too Music presents Recording Boot Camp, Tracking, Editing, Mixing, Mastering by Levi 2 King. Enhance your overall production knowledge and learn most of the secrets that the big companies don't want you to know in this 2-day camp. Witness the entire recording process with singers and musicians from beginning to end. It all takes place Friday, February 23rd, 2018 at 6 p.m. and also Saturday, February 24th, 2018 at 10 a.m. It's taking place here at the Me Too Music City, 1515 Jerome Lane. Registration is $75 for the entire camp, and it also includes food. Just register now at metoomusic.com/camp. That's metoomusic.com. /camp or call 618-215-6308 215-6308. Last one. No, it's actually 2 more. I'm sorry. One we already said. We played the commercial. Our theater is available for rental for your Sunday morning worship services. Pastor Lampkin already talked about that. Even Saturday morning, we're available for Saturday morning for a slot.
Okay, cool.
So sign up at Me Too Music.
I think I'm going to take the Saturday morning slot.
.com /the city. Come on, take it now. Come on, take it. Last one. Revive Us Musical, Saturday, February the 10th at 6 p.m. The Revive Us Musical. And it says The Way of Love, Serving Through Love. This is wow. This is going on here too. 1515 Jerome Lane.
This man don't even know what's going on in his own church.
Man, y'all know my wife handled all the bookings. So
shout out to Dewana.
I know that's right.
Thank you. And it still smells good in here. I'm telling you.
That was our announcements for this week.
It's time for In the Know on the Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
Ain't no guest at that Revive Us Again musical?
Yeah, but
you ain't announced that.
They didn't put any of them on the flyer.
Oh, that's arrogant. I guess we're gonna find out when we get
one of
there.
the hardest ways to get the seats filled too. You don't let people know who's coming.
Yeah, especially at this seat, they want to know. They don't care about. They don't care. But that's a nice. You did that flyer.
But I'm gonna take that idea because that's really nice.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, I need you to do that for me, man. I need to
That's really nice for real.
Yeah, I want that for when I like take all of that, and I want to do a booking now or whatever.
You know what? I know they didn't put it on the flyer. I think this has something to do with a benefit for Africa, if I'm not mistaken. What made me realize it down there in Love is that's the continent of Africa, a picture of it. If I'm not mistaken, that's what this is about. I may be wrong. I hope not.
Nah, I guess I shouldn't do that. Daylight come and me won't go home.
So that's African, huh? That's what made you think of that when I said African. Man.
The views expressed in this program are not necessarily the views of Me Too.
Surprised we ain't been canceled yet.
Man, why you always?
You get us canceled every week.
That is not true.
I have to go big in the internet powers to be to let us back on.
That is not true.
At least every other week.
True. That cannot possibly be true.
Let me ask you a question. Oh, you got an announcement? Do your announcement. Oh, I want to ask you a question.
My announcement, I want you to take that flyer and hook me up for not the booking now, because I ain't got to do that because somebody gonna call.
Okay.
Because I trust God.
No,
See, I thought it was going to be arrogant. I trust God for that. If He don't open the door, it ain't meant for me to walk into it. That's true.
You should start just calling preachers and ask them to put you on. Anyway,
I almost says, ooh, the Lord brought in my tongue. I hate. Oh, you got my. Oh man, you got dude, you got my shoulders boiling, man. Like I hate that. Like Doc, I'm in your city. Okay, sit down. Like don't do that, dude. Every time I go out of town, I'm like, man, why didn't you tell me you was here? I could let you preach. I'm like, I'm out of town. I didn't come here for that. I got my own money. My father always taught me, don't go nowhere where you don't have enough money to come back. And a lot of people do that. Oh, that burns me up, man. You got me, man.
But you know what probably burns me up more? See, you're a preacher, so that burns you up. What burns me up is when you know a musical artist is coming to town and they try to fill every slot to make that extra money.
Yeah.
They want to come to your church on Sunday morning, and then they're coming to be there for 20 minutes, and then they're going to leave you and go somewhere else, and then leave them go somewhere else. Yeah. So I don't do that.
Yeah, I always tell, like, man, I got to go to the bank after church, so you're going to sit down and wait. So you're going to do all that, blah, blah, blah. Nah, you're going to sit down and wait.
That's they come in just to make a dime off the church.
I don't like to come in and be I got to go to the next service. Dude, are you that broke? Are you that thirsty? You know what I'm saying? That you have to do all of that, like real talk. I have never done it in my time since God has blessed this because, first of all, number one, as I tell everybody, the first thing about preaching and pastoring, I did not want any of this. So there is nothing in this for me but God and ministry and blessing God's people. Now, everything that comes along with that, then I thank God for it because that's right. You know what I'm saying? If you out and you working and you flying, you know what I'm saying? The man is worth of his high. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that. It ain't no better than any other job. So that's all it is to it. But to go somewhere and be like, man, I got a word for your church. Now, you wait till the middle of summer. Now God said, you got to work for my church. Is that because you're in my city? Or because you're trying to come to my city? Right. This is stupid, man. Don't do that. I won't send text messages like that. Like, hey, man, I'm in trouble. Can you help? Can you? No.
Let me get you off this subject because y'all should see him. He's sweating, he
man.
mad.
I'm telling you, man.
His eyes got beady.
Dude, that's not cool, man. It's like, now, if we're in a relationship, okay, fine. But still, let them invite you. Let them invite you. I only did it like twice because they told me to do it. I went to Houston one time, and the pastor said, whenever you're at Houston, I don't care. I want you to call me. Call me and let me know you're here. And I did it because he opened up that door to say, anytime you're in Houston, give me a call. And I called him and said, hey, Pastor, I'm in Houston. And when I tell you, that was definitely a God thing because the people that I went for, when I tell you, too, that thing went
south.
Hades.
I'm trying to help you. South. South is a word.
South.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it went like, it was real bad. Like, nobody got taken care of. And we did like 2 shows, and it was all of us, man. It's like the whole Sunday best.
Okay, that's a good. Well, let me ask you this question. See, this is where Amber would normally kick in. So let me play Amber for a minute. So without giving names, without giving church names and names, all this stuff, you don't even have to give cities. Give one of your. Okay, I'm gonna get it kicked off. I'm gonna give a 30-second version just to give you time to think. Give me your traveling horror story other than the one you just named. For me. I almost said it. For me, I was out of town, And they flew me in to come play. I wasn't coming to produce.
Wow.
I was just coming to just play organ on the project.
You told me about that. Oh,
and man, I got there. And I never forget the night before in the dress rehearsal. Now, mind you, it's a lot of big people who are still big today who were a part of this project.
Wow.
And I get there, and I remember the night before in dress rehearsal, the air conditioner went off. Now, this is summertime in the South now, mind you. So it's hot. It was so hot, I had a gold ring with diamonds. That show you how long ago. I was wearing a big gold ring with diamonds, and the middle diamond just fell out. It was so hot in there.
Dang.
So anyway, yeah, man. What happened? I had I can't say too much. Anyway, I had family there, so they tried to take me to the hotel, right to my hotel room, but they were saying, "Well, we flew you in a day earlier to help us with the pre-production stuff. Can you stay with my wife and I in our hotel room until your room is ready tomorrow?" So it so happened that my cousin was standing there when he heard them say that. He said, don't worry about it. He said, he gonna stay with me at my house. So I stayed there with them the whole week. So that means they were able to get there. They didn't have to use the hotel room because they tried to put me in the room with him and his wife. So anyway, then, hold up, I'm done. I ain't done yet. So then the concert is over Saturday night. My flight flies out Sunday morning. Everybody know I don't miss church on Sunday. So my flight flies out Sunday morning to get me here for church for Sunday. And man, I almost said it again. Okay, so the airport was an hour away from the city where the concert was. Man, do you know after the concert was over, they never gave me my money and they never showed up to take me back to the airport.
Are you serious?
I had to pay somebody because my cousin wasn't there. I had to pay somebody to take me an hour away to the airport. And to this day, I've never received my payment.
That's all bad, bro.
Or anything like that. So that's mine. What's one of yours?
I don't think I can top that, man. It's only one because I went there.
That's why I'm the businessman I am today. Thank y'all for helping me.
Yeah, no, for real.
It was good that I was afflicted.
No, for real. Now I just make sure. Now I just make sure we get deposits first, like for real. Like whether you cancel or not, we got our deposit and it is non-refundable. Sorry. It's just and you hate to be like that with church people. Like we supposed to be better than this.
And I was young too. I was probably like 22, 23 at the time.
I did a 3-city tour supposedly, and supposedly they got major money, like maybe like 3,200 something like that. I totally end up getting, I think all together maybe 1,100, but that was through the course of them paying. They never paid
overtime.
Overtime, right. And wrote me a false check. No. They probably brought me cash and never said to me, man, I'll just do it this way. And man, and it was all bad.
So what do you do when they call you back again? Have you been through that?
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Because that's the thing. They're gonna call back.
I went back to Florida for one of the background singers, and you know, because they got a very nice church, and so the guy reached out to her and said, "Well, have him tell him I can guarantee him $500 to preach on Sunday." I was like, "You tell him you owe me that, so I don't have to work anymore. This is what you owe me, and you still owe me more." Then you going around tell everybody I paid him all that. Like, dude, you realize I could sue you? Like, do you realize the contract? You could be sued right now. Crazy. I'm talking. It was like maybe this many people in all the services, but still put my.
You talking about the two of us? Yeah. You said this many.
Especially the last night, man. Big church. It was like nobody there. So not even God, but.
Man, I got stories, and I ain't gonna tell them. But I will tell you this: I got a pastor buddy who's trying to get me to write a book about all of the stories and stuff that's happened and the behind the scenes of the music industry.
No,
nah. I don't know.
I'll tell you, that Carlton Prison movie come out. I heard it's gonna be something. I heard it's listen, chopping heads and taking names, Doc. So
yeah, I don't think I can do that.
Yeah.
Now think about this. Now you know I got my clothes. Like if me and you just sitting around talking, you know I'll tell you every story.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm telling you, if it was in book form, if I was that kind of person, man, I wouldn't have a bill in this world. I would be rich off this book because I can name prominent names. I'm not talking about stuff I heard. I'm talking about stuff I experienced.
Wow.
Stuff I've seen.
It's man, just coming in, it's like, man, this is kind of brutal.
So what do you do when they call back? After they've abused you?
I already told them, man. It was that one, then another one. Like I told her, I said, you tell him, no, you owe me that. I'm not coming. I would be that'll say something about my character. That means that I'm so hard up for money to where I'll forget about the fact that you owe me, because it's not about the money. It's actually the principle. This is business. People got to realize. And you got to realize that, dude, this is business. Because nobody I've ever brought in that I didn't have their money before they got here, because that's how I operate. Because this is St. Louis, what you cannot do is depend on offering, because it may be good
at all,
but most of the time it's good, but it's not excellent. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just one of those types, and you can't go in there, well, Doc, you saw the crowd tonight. No. I don't care about what I saw out there.
Right.
The agreement is, if I step foot on that plane, when you sign that document that says this how much we agreed to, you set. Unless I cancel and go somewhere else, now it's on me. But other than that, nah. I'm worried about, well, man, we didn't do so good tonight. Well, it ain't got nothing to do with me. I did great. I want you to give me what we agreed to. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Then the other one, I was trying to get to my hotel. Well, yeah, I was at the hotel, and I couldn't get in my room because all the cards that they had for each hotel was declined. And my check bounced on top of that. And y'all had the nerves to get upset? No. That's, first of all, rule number one. Never keep your guests sitting the guests should never ever be at the front desk waiting to get in the hotel room. Right. They should already have their stuff ready. Now, if we cool like that, and I came to you a couple of times, well, I don't care, because we established a relationship. Mm-hmm. But if you bring somebody that's new, never ever, first of all,
you'll never be able to establish a relationship after that.
No, at all.
Treat them that way.
And listen, one thing that I do hate, I'm gonna say this right now. I am not in demand. I am not the best singer, not the best preacher. I get it, but dude, it's just common courtesy. When you know somebody that's coming in from out of town, we should not even have to call. You should be there. Don't tell me, man, I'm 45 minutes away. So I want to sit. So I want to sit at an airport and just look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on you to come pick me up, and you ask me to come.
They're the ones booked the flight. They know what time it came.
You know.
Right.
And if you know y'all got traffic, that means be here beforehand. Well, I thought I had a little time to run down and give me something to eat. No, at all. Have
you ever been picked up? Because I have. You ever been picked up from the airport for something? Like, I'll go to, especially before the internet time when I had to go other places and produce. Now everything is here. You send files on the internet. But back then, or I'm going to do concerts, people will pick you up from the airport, but you got to stop off and pick their kids up from school. You got to all of the errands and all. You never been involved in that kind of stuff?
Not that. One time, only one time, this guy stopped at a cash loan place. And I was like, dude, I know your pastor don't know you doing this. Like, you out of order. But I just stayed quiet. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm like, dude, don't do that no more. You don't make your own errands when you have a man or woman of God present. You got to be courteous and professional at all times. I don't know why people do that, man. I guess some people don't get it. I've never kept a preacher rate at the hotel, at the airport, everything. I always make sure, I need anything, blah, blah, blah. No,
man, my father, of course, he taught me. But one of my biggest lessons I learned when I was I late teens or early 20s? For whatever reason, the driver fell through for our church for the limo. Dr. Jackie McCullough preached for us.
Whoa.
And so I was the one who had to take her back. And man, she was really kind, really nice. Yeah. Had me lower the window. Most people don't want to really talk to you. But she talked to me, and she just, was telling me how polite and stuff I was. But she kind of gave me, and she started giving me horror stories about bad things that's happened, and that stuck with me like forever. Like, oh yeah, I know not to ever do this. And
So you think it's okay? Well, that's y'all. So a man picking up a woman from the airport or taking her to, I guess a limo driver fell through, so you had to do it. So I guess that don't matter. But like,
and I was basically a boy. I was barely a man. I had my license, but yeah.
So because like one time, and I felt it. I don't know why, but man, let me go to another thing, and then we'll come back to this. Why? Because I know a lot of women say they have that women's intuition, or Let me please understand that men have the same thing. I want y'all to know. Why you think we don't? Now, we may not voice it. That don't mean we don't feel it or we don't know it. And just like y'all can't be off, neither can I. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like something was good, something was fishy when and I'm talking about the same place where I got to, and nothing was set up. But I felt like I felt like they finna have a woman to pick me up because something ain't right. And lo and behold, it was a woman picking me up.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, that's
a little weird.
Very weird. And
kind of more common for a man to pick a woman up, but a woman,
right,
that's kind of
pick
weird.
a man up and talk about straight hosted me, and I was like, and it's like I remember
that's a setup right there.
Yeah. And bro, she was like, you want to stop and get something to eat? No,
that's a setup.
Nah, G, nah. What I want you to do is nah. Well, I was talking, it's just be me and you, and we can just no.
That's a setup.
Nah, I see how you looking at me, so I'm like, nah, I'm good. You sure you don't want to stop? And so when I did stop, like we can sit in, I said, no, I'll take it to my hotel room. And so thank God I had a friend from Kansas City who came up because he had to teach. So he said, man, Mike, I'll take you around. I said, thank you, because this.
See, it's unfortunate, but it's true, and a lot of people probably don't know this. But man, a lot of preachers go to different churches, when they travel and go out of town to preach. And it's kind of like a unwritten rule to supply that preacher with a woman.
Come on, man.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, come on, that just goes without saying, man. Don't do that. Because, man, anything could have happened. She could have lied, you know what I'm saying? I just don't, especially in this season where they, listen, all you got to do is say, they touch me and you getting fired. So man, I ain't got time for all that. I'll drive myself.
Why out of all things, man, did they have to name this movement the Me Too movement?
Is that what his name?
Yeah, man. Where everybody getting, coming out and saying that
Me Too.
Me Too. I was, and all the hashtags are Me Too. So now all of a sudden everything we hashed, stuff is getting mixed up. It's like, come on, man. We done had this name legally for years, and now y'all want to come out and attach.
Long they'll start marching on that grass you got out there.
Yeah, I know that's right.
You gonna have a movement, all right? Shoot, you might well just have to come on in and learn some little guitar while they healing. So yeah, and that's just, dude, that was very weird for me. Like I rarely feel uncomfortable, and that was one of the most uncomfortable moments ever. She picked me up from the.
I just drank 2 bottles of water.
Oh, okay, all right. We go.
I'm about to use it on myself like I'm 3 years old.
That's just. I wonder why you over there shaking. I'm like, what's wrong with this dude? All right, we going to commercial. Then we go ahead and pre-slam. I gotta get out of here.
Commercial.
Did we?
Yeah.
Well, let's do another. You got to go. Oh, yeah, let's do a song.
Commercials.
Oh,
wait a minute. Did we do the? Yeah, we did it already.
Okay, let's do Jesse Williams. Then I'll come back with the pre-slam. Then we got to get out of here. I got to meet my barber.
Okay.
Sing it with us. There is none like you in all the earth.
We cry Hosanna.
We cry Hosanna
forever.
Forever.
Jesse Williams and Total Praise. Hosanna picked his single up. Digital outlets everywhere, I believe. And that's my brother who now resides in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And thank God for that. Praise God, praise God, praise God.
Jesse's gone, but I love, man. He still gets on to listen to all the shows,
still do.
And comments. And,
thank God for him.
See how long that lasts. Now, Betsy, on the other hand, I ain't seen her comment.
You ain't seen it. Betsy Ann.
So I still claim Jesse. But that Catherine Elizabeth.
Oh, man. Pray for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming down. The clock on the wall is saying that is all, so we're going to get ready to get out of here in just a minute. I'll leave you with these words. I believe it's Acts 16 chapter. When I tell you, Chanel preached this so, and I want to just highlight one part of this. It's the story about Paul and Silas being in jail, and we know that whole story. The part that I love about it is that when the Bible says the chains fell off and the cells, Jesus,
they're open.
Yeah, they were all open, all of them, not just one, but all of them. And the guard takes out his sword, and he's getting ready to kill himself because he's in charge of making sure that no prisoner escapes. If any prisoner escape, he is almost just as good as dead. So he's getting ready to kill himself, but Paul says to him, stop, we are all here. Now, the shouting point or the aha about that is this. Paul knew, he had to have known that if they would have left, even though they had every right to leave because they were in prison, wrong for making sure that a lady who may have had a gift, but she was being prostituted because of her gift, because it's not what she was saying was not wrong. She said, these are men of God who came to bring you salvation. What she said was not wrong, was the fact of who was controlling her. And so that's what was happening. So they had every right to leave because they were wrongfully accused. They were wrongfully beaten. And sometimes in ministry, that's what happens. You're doing something right and people say you're wrong. And that's because sometimes in being truthful is not a hot commodity in church. People would rather hear the lies, and they would rather go with the stuff that's not authentic rather than embrace that which is authentic. So they are in jail, and the jail cells flew open, and Paul says, do not kill yourself. Do not draw your sword. We are all still here. So Paul understands that us staying put is saving somebody else's life. And that's where I want to hang up my preaching moment just for a minute and tell somebody that you so busy trying to leave and you don't realize that you staying focused, you staying put, you staying committed is oxygen to somebody else's life. You are encouraging somebody simply because you stayed. Paul and Silas stayed in prison so that this man could live to see his wife and kids and family tomorrow, because he was ready to kill himself, because if they find out that these people escaped on my watch while I'm working, I'm good as dead. So they stayed, and watch this. Not only did they save the man's life physically, but he messed around and gave his life to God spiritually. His whole family got saved that night. And then this same man turned around and cleaned the backs of Paul and Silas and made sure they were together. Let me tell you something about staying put. When you stay put, God will put people in your life that will minister back into your life that didn't even hurt you. So he'll send people, hallelujah, that will bless you just from making sure that they stayed alive. You don't realize how important your life is. I want to talk to somebody today. You may feel like that, man, this ain't worth it. Stay put, because while you are staying put, somebody is looking at you. Somebody is always looking at you, and they're seeing that your stability is giving them strength. Because somebody's ready to give up, but they saw how you were making it through your trial. Surely if these people can stay here up under all the stuff they've been through, yeah, it's keeping me alive. So I want to tell somebody to stay put, because you're somebody's lifeline right now. You don't even realize it. You may not even know them, but they're watching you, been watching you from afar, and they don't realize that, yeah. Because if you give up now, it could be somebody else's funeral. You don't realize your strength is ministering to somebody else right now. How do you do it? I don't know, but I know one thing. it's the yoke of the Lord. And that's how I know you can make it through all things, because his yoke is easy and his burdens are light. And you know you have the yoke of the Lord when you can be up under affliction and still work your assignment as if nothing is going on. Yeah, trust me, I know what I'm talking about. It's the yoke of the Lord. And so you stay put because there's somebody who is being encouraged by your faithfulness. And that's what I want to tell somebody in this season of January as we move into February and the other months. Stay put. It's not that you're going to not be able to walk out. It's just this is the season where God said, I want you to stay there, because you staying here is causing somebody else's life to be spared. It's my word for today.
Man, let me tell you what I get from this, what I take from this.
Yeah.
This is actually pretty amazing. This is one of those moments where it's like, you know how you hear a story over and over, and then it doesn't. It's like when you hear it told by somebody, some other things open up.
Yes, sir.
So
Absolutely.
as you were telling the story, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't remember this part, and I went and pulled up the scripture to read it, and so I'm reading, because you know who has that effect on me is Evangelist Carolyn Butler.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sunday school teacher.
Absolutely.
She'll say something that's there, and I'll say something like, wait a minute, like this is an example. She'll say something like, yeah, you know, Jesus' middle name was Jerome. Right. And you'd be like, no, and you open up the Bible. Now, his name is not Jerome.
Right. No, I get it.
But you will open the Bible and see it'll say Jesus Jerome, you know, of Nazareth. But that's kind of how I felt just now. You said something, and inside I said, I did. I'm just being real. I was like, nah, I ain't never seen that.
You thought I be lying, bro?
I didn't think you was lying. I just thought you took what Pops called license. You know, scriptural license.
To stretch the truth.
So I literally picked it up. If you see, you'll see the whole. I just read the entire Act 16. Literally,
but that's good though.
I read the whole.
Don't
Act
take
16.
my word from it. Check it to make sure I'm right. That's good stuff.
And that's what the Bereans did with Paul, as a matter of fact. So one thing that stood out, and based off of what you were saying, who opened the jail doors? Because we know man didn't.
No.
We know it had to be God that opened these doors.
Absolutely.
Now, what's crazy is, one thing it took me to was when God sent Samuel to anoint David as the next king of Israel.
Yes.
That's an open door.
Yeah.
That David could have walked through immediately.
Yeah.
He could have done everything. He could have done everything in his flesh to, for real, become the next king of Israel.
That's true. That is true.
And the Bible shows us that he waited. He didn't become king until he was 30. But the Bible shows us he was anointed king, the next king, as a boy.
Yeah, that's true.
Some scholars believe he's probably around 15 or so. Anyway, I thought about that. Here it is. The door was open for David.
Yeah.
But he didn't walk through it immediately. Right. Paul and Silas, the doors of the jail. Here it is. God is saying, these doors are open, but it's crazy that we have a responsibility still to know the right. Even though the door is open now, we still have a responsibility to know.
That's good.
Stop.
Yeah,
wait.
Absolutely.
The doors are open, so you can go at any time.
Right.
But we still, at the end of the day, still have to practice discipline. A lot of us see God's hand at work, and we just dart out.
That's true.
You know, the minute we see something wrong, either in our own churches where we serve,
it's true.
anything, and we may see a door open, and first thing we do is leave without considering. And man, that's amazing what you just said. That whole story,
man, it blew me away, man. That's why I said, you know, and it's just learning how to because everybody, you know, they'll shout and dance on that. And at midnight, no, it's what happens after midnight. The fact that I have every right to walk away, but I stayed because if I walk away, this man's going to kill himself, and I can't have that on my conscience to be free at somebody else's expense of death. Nah.
So the fact that they even considered another in
That's
their,
real
now
ministry.
mind you, they're in jail. They're in prison. You don't think they wanted to get out?
Wrongfully so. Right. Yeah, that's crazy.
Wrongful. And now that's the other part.
Yeah.
Now that's a whole nother subject. Why they were locked up. Man, that's actually one of my favorite stories in the Bible, which to me deals with, like, you know, the music industry, and I can relate it to you back.
Yeah,
he unplugged his headphones. I can relate it to that. I can relate it to preaching, all of that.
Man.
But why they got locked up when, you know, Paul rebuked this woman and cast the demon out, all of that.
Yeah, you was reading when I said that.
Yeah, no, I was reading, but that was always one of I remember. Oh, you did say that?
I was saying it. So I know you was checking on me because I said that earlier.
I was checking because you had already said something. I was like,
Right. That's I said that.
I was like, look, bro, you wrong this time. But I'm here to openly say, boy, no, that was good, man. And that actually helped me in one area for me today.
Wow.
You know, that did something for me. Now I got a whole nother area I need help with. I asked God last night, help. I literally screamed out. I screamed help. But trip off of this. Have you ever been in a position where you scream help, but people are around so you can't say it out loud?
Man, listen.
And something shook within my body, man, that literally caused me to become sick. Like I'm sick now because, and I had no signs of being sick before I did this like inner cry in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My wife is around, everybody around. I couldn't do it in front of them. I didn't want to look, you know, but man, so I'm waiting on him to answer that one. Now he just answered another one.
I get it, man.
So come on, God, with part 2.
This week, man, I drove here and man, we're like, I ain't gonna lie, man, like tears in my eyes because this has been a week. It's been a week, and I just said, God, if you don't give me your strength, I won't survive. Like real talk, because even though, and I shared at Unity Chapel. And how Jesus, and this is what I love, and I got to stop because me and two get to talking. We love the Word of God, and I'm late, but I'm gonna tell my barber, he should have changed my time, so it's all good. When John the Baptist, and we all know John the Baptist, he was the forerunner for Jesus Christ. He talked about Jesus Christ coming. Now that he's here, he's in jail, and he now he sends disciples to ask Jesus, are you the one, or should I look for another? Because even though he trusts God, he still had questions. And every now and again, it don't mean we ain't saved. Right. Sometimes what he needed was, I just need some more assurance. Yep. Because sometimes like, is this even worth keep going on? Like, is this worth doing it? And so Jesus says, go back and tell him what you've seen, because now I'm not talking to John. I want John to know that demonstration is the best key. And somebody need to know today that God says, no. I want to show you better than I can tell you. And that's what it is. And he demonstrates with everything. And then he turns around and defends John the Baptist and said, nah, because there was a crowd of people said, because see, you all like to look at people that are gifted, and then as soon as we start having questions, y'all want to try to question our position. No. We can have questions because we don't know everything. And sometimes when we get in a place where I'm locked up, you out. Wait a minute, God, what's up?
All right.
Don't act, and it's a real place. I've been there several times. Been there like, God, what's going on?
See, y'all don't know. I asked Pastor Mike off air when we were on commercial. I just flat out asked him a question. I said, yo, man, you as a pastor, what do you do when, and this is before he didn't say anything to me concerning his situation. I just asked him because for real, I was asking for myself, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm the one that's always got to be strong for my family. I got to be there for my friends. Yeah. I'm sitting here today and get a call from a friend who needed to talk right now and had to tell him, I'll call you back. He's in, like crazy situation where he said he's under attack by Satan now.
Dude,
but what's crazy is what happens when you're the one that's under attack.
Bro.
And who do we go to?
That was something that Pastor.
And that's
David,
what I asked you off air. What
that was
do?
Some Pastor David Hawkins in his pastoral breakout session. It was a wonderful session, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And that's the thing. We have trust issues, man. I can't trust certain people to just go all. I can't. I have some people I can trust. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as a pastor, like, who do you vent to? And like, they'll let you vent without them looking at you crazy. Man, all I can say is the strength of God, man, because I asked him for it, and he's been giving it to me. That's all I don't even know how.
And I've made sure I've kept people in my life, like that, rather, that I can talk to. But sometimes, man, some situations come up.
Yeah, you still don't want to talk to them.
There's some situations, they're a little too close in some and it's kind of like, okay, God, what do I do? Because, this might be a breaking point. And it's that type of stuff. So it's like, what do you do? Who do you talk to? Type stuff. So that's why I asked you that off air. And I didn't know he was going to start going through. So can't neither one of us talk to each other.
Oh, yes, we can.
And everybody start getting online. I'm not saying nobody's doing it now because I'm not reading the comments. But, everybody started, you got to go to God in prayer. Yes, you do. Of course you do.
Yeah, we get that.
But what do you do?
Right, what do you do?
Most of the time, those who say that are the ones coming to us.
Man, for
answers.
Sometimes I just be real, like, I don't know what to do, so I just need direction. Every now and again, I just go to piano and just start playing and don't say nothing. I know that has helped me through some crazy times, and just sit there and just.
One thing I've learned to do that's pretty practical, man, is very hard. This is what I did yesterday, and I think this is how I ended up getting sick. No signs of being sick at all.
Wow.
I shut up.
Yeah.
And the problem though was, it was in me, man, and I could feel it like trying to get out. I just shut up, man, and because I've learned when I have an emotional experience, don't make hasty decisions.
Yeah.
You know, don't even really make major don't make decisions that could just change everything in that moment, because man, you'll make decisions that you'll regret for the rest of your life. So I shut up. But at the same time, I'm paying for it right now. You know? Up all man, it seemed like I wasn't up all night, but it seemed like every 15 minutes after every hour I woke up. It's like, what in the world?
It's a real place, man. And that's why I tell you, when you see us working, man, trust, there's a price that comes with this thing.
So the hardest thing for you to do today is to show up at the radio station and act like nothing is wrong.
Right, and Wednesday.
Because people want you to perform. Man, people want you to entertain.
I'm telling you.
They want you to get on stage on cue. You know, 1, 2, 3, hit it. And I've been through that my whole life as a musician. They want me to show up, pick all the right songs for church, pick the songs that's going to make them feel good, shout them. Absolutely. But what happens when we're the ones?
Go home lonely and brokenhearted and like, dang.
Yep.
And they sitting there rejoicing. You sitting there like, I feel nothing. Yep. You know what I'm saying? It's a real place. You know what I'm saying? And people like, man, you just leave it. No. It's not that I don't believe God. John, he didn't leave the church. He just said, are you the one? Shall I look for another? Because he was going by, okay, what I see you doing is not what the script says. And God never goes according to the script, man. His thoughts are not our thoughts, his ways not our ways. And so I just be like, God, what's up? Like, real talk. And like you said, and that's something I hate shutting up, because when I do, it's getting ready to go down. You know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know, study to be.
So I knew today, I'm going to tell you something I knew today before I came, because I know how God usually, what happens in my life. Normally, almost 100% of the time, at least 99.9% of the time, whatever the worst situation could be for me, that's what's going to happen. So today, or last night, I said, man, I got to get up and go to the show in the morning. And first thing I said was, yeah, this is one of those days they're going to be asking me, what's wrong with you? Because you're going to be quiet.
Dude, I promise you, I said the same thing driving here. I was like, two going to say, what's wrong? And I'm just going to say,
so trip off of this then.
I said, if two asks me, I'm just going to let it rip. And you ain't saying that. I said, well, maybe I got my good face on today, so I ain't going to say that. Because I'm telling you, because.
When you came in, you said, hey, man.
Right.
And I said to myself, I literally, because I was looking down at the CD player when you came in, I said, I don't have it in me today to help nobody else.
Dude,
But this is the craziest thing. This is the craziest thing. I knew this morning, before I ever got a call from Amber, I said, the way my life works, Amber and Marcus ain't going to be there. It's going to be me that's going to have to. And y'all go back and listen to the early part of the show. I'm mustering up all the strength I have to say, oh, okay. Aha! My laughs was HAHA,
He pulled us through it, bro. I'm telling you, it's a real place, man. Cause I was like, too bad I asked, because I'm gonna let it rip. But this gonna be a whole car wash full of tears. Cause I was like, dude, it's just, man, you know, I get it, man. So pulled us through though.
He got us through this hour and 27 minutes.
Right. So that's the strength of the Lord. I promise you, it's the strength of the Lord.
That's what's crazy. When you're out in the public eye, people don't really give you a lot of room for error, and they just don't know, man. We go through the same stuff.
We still human.
Yeah.
Anointed but human. You know what I'm saying?
I still got kids. I still got a family who, act up.
They need you more than anything.
Yeah.
You know, and we're not exempt just because we're not exempt from trouble. We're not exempt from getting upset. We're not exempt from being angry. We're not exempt from having bad days. Some days we don't have it. Because today I said, I literally said, man, I have to go and tell jokes today. I don't have a joke in me. I don't have it. Yeah. I don't have it today. I'm not in a joking mood. I don't have it. And, and I know this is helping somebody, because, listen, it's okay. Embrace the fact that I don't have it today, so that you can get it. Be like, God, I'm empty, so I need you to fill me up, because if you don't do it, I'm not gonna fake it. I ain't got it.
And I ain't gonna lie, I still don't have it.
I should have known something was there. I was
a few times.
I'm like, two just got here. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because I was late this morning.
Yeah, I was like, nah, this ain't regular. So I was like, okay. And then I ain't see Amber. I said, man. And so when I saw, like, when you told me Amber ain't come out, I literally looked down like,
we don't have anybody to bounce it.
Listen,
like, you need Marcus, you need Amber.
Today, I really need them today. Like today, I needed them today to hold me up.
Yep.
And man, I was like, but
you need help with that timing, because I noticed a couple times today, both of us were kind of like, okay, Man.
And I tell you, man, and I don't mind sharing this in front of my artists because we always be key on being real. And it's, man, shoot.
Man, I rarely allow myself to be flustered.
Yeah.
And get to a place of almost being broken in a sense.
Yeah.
Man, I'm close right now, boy. I'm telling you. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, y'all pray for me too.
Pray for both of us.
And you know why? And I'm gonna tell y'all why, because God knows, first of all, there's something major happening for both of us. And the enemy knows that. And let's just be honest with it. And any way he can try to break us, he's gonna try, man. And that's just that, you know what I'm saying? And then if that ain't true, this is just our moment to have this type of situation happen. And so it's gonna prove what we made of, and for us to be here today, it shows what we're made of, you know, because we could have, I was like, can we do a replay or something? Like,
that's the thought I had.
I'm telling you, bro, I'm driving and I just put in Fred Hammond, and tears into my eyes, and they just said, give me a clean heart. And I played that all the way here, man, and I just cried, and I said, God, I need you. I need you. That's all I can say, man. Give me a clean heart so I can continue to serve you. That's all. That's it.
Yeah, man.
So, but hey, the joy of the Lord is still our strength.
Absolutely.
No matter what. But it's just one of those places,
yeah, absolutely.
Man.
But I definitely understand, too. I understand. You know, a lot of people, don't you say that. Don't you speak this.
Man, shoot,
but the Bible says, let the sick say I am well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So in order to even claim your wellness and your health, you have to first say that and notice or acknowledge rather that you're sick.
Right.
Because it says let the sick say.
Right. Like that woman said, so the devil's a liar. Said, baby, he ain't lying today.
Right.
And so that is. He at work, but guess
what?
what?
I know when it's an attack, man, when everything. It's just like a season of just everything, one after the other.
You have to recognize that, yeah. And it takes people who knows the word of God know when you're being attacked. And so you say, okay, let me go ahead and embrace myself. Yep. And that's what it is, man. You know, I know God is up to something. I've been praying and I've been like, God. And you know what? It's sometimes when you pray to God and ask him to show you stuff, and then when he shows it to you, be like, And it's like, okay. Not what I was expecting, but okay. But hey, that's what it is. But in all things, give thanks, no matter what.
I hope we got a good song going out. Oh, we do. We got leveled up. Best decision. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Because if I didn't make that decision, I don't know how I'll be getting through the day.
Wow. Listen, I think I picked these songs intentionally today. I'm looking up to Jesus. I'm going to clap my hands. Yeah, I'm going to say hallelujah. And it's the best decision I've ever made, and we're gonna stay put because we just helped somebody today. So with all of this is what it is. This is what I love about this show. You get all sides. So God bless you. Have a good weekend. We love all of you all. Join us next week for our 57th episode. It's 57.
Yep.
All right. God bless you all.
Leveled up.
This song right here is for anybody who's ever made a bad decision in your life, made a bad choice, but God gave you another chance to figure it out, and finally you got it right. Yeah, listen to this. Say, I was lost, and I didn't even know. Yeah, say I was hurting. And I was so broken until you turned it around. And such a wonderful change has come over me. That's how I know. This isn't I said I gave you my life, and you, my debt was paid. 'Cause Jesus had paid it all, so I put my life in your hands. You changed my plans. Now I am no longer the same. Is that all right with y'all? Look, I'm excited about this. I'm so excited about this thing, man. I feel like I just need to tell somebody. I'm not going back. I'm not going to change my mind. You should tell somebody too. Listen, say, I've decided to make Jesus my choice. Yeah, I've decided to make Jesus my choice. Yeah. I've decided to make Jesus my choice. Oh, I've decided to make Jesus. No turning back. Hey, no turning back. Take it up. I've decided to make Jesus my choice. And to you, God, I've decided to make Jesus my choice. I can't make it without you, God. I've decided I need you, God, in my life. Oh, I've decided to make Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. One more time, I've decided to make Jesus my choice. Oh, I've decided that's always best for me. Nothing else will do, God. Nothing else will do, God. I'm gonna stay right here with you. 'Cause you make me whole, God. Yes, you make me whole, God. Oh, I've decided to make you Jesus. Don't turn back. I said I won't go back. And no, I can't go back to the way things used to be before I gave you my life, Jesus. 'Cause now I got a new walk, and now I got a new talk. I put my life in your hands. You changed my plans. Say I put my life. That's when you changed me. Now I'm forever changed. I'm forever made whole. Sing it again. Say. Same decision I've ever made.
I love this show. Mike Lampkin Morning Show.
Michael Lampkin Morning Show.